So we're here in Kanab, Utah, southern Utah, driving to Win the Storm in Phoenix, Arizona. It's freezing. We're trying to find a restaurant that's actually open for breakfast. So I think we're gonna have two things, Nedra's, which is Mexican or American, or the drive-through McDonald's in this bad boy. So let me show you the ride. Here we go. We got the crew today. Let's go. Okay, guys. It's time. Let's hit the road, everybody. We ready? We got go.
Listen to the high energy of everybody in here.
Yeah. Saddle up! Woo! We're rocking it.
Welcome to McDonald's. What can we make for you today?
Did they say something?
Yeah.
Oh, can I get 2 egg McMuffins? 3 egg and cheese burritos? Are they still here?
Hello.
Hello! It is I.
Order when you're ready.
Ready I am. What do you want? What do you guys want?
This has never been done because we used to have a hangover, by the way.
I know, I was like, I've never been through a drive-thru in this thing.
No, can you reach it?
Yes. Good thing we didn't have our things after
I know,
you
I heard you had a hangover last week.
Huh?
I heard you had a hangover last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it feeling now?
It's all right.
Okay, good.
Oh, love this comedy.
And we're on the road!
Woo!
Safety.
Got it!
So I need a Riley.
He's a hype man.
And you could walk on the stage back and forth just waving the $100 bill, never get the $100 bill out, and people will pay way more attention to you speaking versus not having the money in your hands. Just because he's like, the second money's involved, everybody's attention's like, how do I get that money? Wait, what's he gonna do with the money? Who's he gonna give it to? It's like,
So you let up just holding money and not giving it.
no, I'm gonna do a game where it's like a slide the race car over the money and you get to keep it if you get it.
That's gonna be kind of like your main.
Yeah. It's like the main point is like,
And
dude,
then like, hey,
you don't
if
got
you
no
wanna learn
racetrack.
how to, like, I'll teach you.
Yeah, I'll give you the racetrack. All right, we are here in Phoenix, Arizona at Win the Storm 2020. And it's awesome. They've got probably, I don't know, maybe 100 booths. Some big ones like Beacon and the APA. But super excited to be here. I'm speaking today at 4 o'clock, so that'll be exciting. We're gonna be training on how to find recruits, train recruits, and retain recruits, which is usually the biggest problem in our business is just finding talent. I literally got off a coaching call this morning where a guy's like, dude, I just can't seem to get guys that are talented to come and work in our business and stick. And so my biggest thing is like, if I can help you go find talented people and systems to continually find talented people, it's gonna help double, triple, quadruple your business pretty dang fast. And so that's kind of what I've been training on today. Tomorrow I'm training on how to use what I call the inception shovel. It's a sales technique for closing during a presentation that I've invented that really helps you with question basing and kind of a simplified, dumbed down version of how to make sure you're in control asking the questions in the sales process. So super excited to be here. Thank you to Autumn and Anthony for putting this on. It's an amazing event. I've been here for 3 years now and I continue to plan on coming, continue to plan on supporting their big mission to help obviously elevate the storm and restoration business.
Got a little booth here. I saw that you are speaking. Like, oh, I know him.
That is awesome.
So,
So anything you'd want to say to the D2D tribe, all the guys that go hustle, that go beat the streets. You know, you have this closer school. You teach sales a lot. I'd consider you like one of the sales gurus, to be honest. What advice would you give them?
I would tell them to do more than they're doing. A lot of times, you were saying it earlier, like a lot of these guys are going out there making good money, so they kind of just are playing it below the level in which they could. So I always just say, man, just do more, get better, and like kick ass. Door to door, man, it's an unbelievable industry. How can somebody like, I dropped out of school, like I told you, dropped out of school at 16. Now I've got 4 MBAs and 2 PhDs working for me. No, but realistically, it's an industry where anybody can win. So I'd just tell you to keep going, but do more than you're doing now. Quit settling for what you're doing, man.
Yeah, it's so often that people make their 6 figures and then just stop. Or they're like, I made 10 grand this week. Might as well take the next 2 weeks off.
It's their comfort zone. They need to think bigger. Grow that revenue by basically just doing more of what you're doing and getting better at it.
Yeah,
you know how to get people better?
That's what we do.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so this is Autumn. She's the one that basically puts on this event. So tell us about what is this? Like, what event is this? Tell us about it.
This has now become the #1 conference and trade show in our industry. We do this now, it's our 6th year. We have like 2,500 contractors that come. We have obviously this huge trade show. We have a ton of main stage speakers, but then we have a lot of fun events that go kind of, to collaboration of bringing everybody in this industry together. For example, let's talk about the big basketball game last night.
Yeah, last night she put on the first ever annual basketball tournament.
At Win the Storm. I was one of the coaches, the Bumblebee Stingers. He killed it. He was playing on my team against Michael Carver and the Purple Cobras, and it was good, dude.
We won by 2 last second, and she recruited a really killer team. If we were to play again, we'd probably smoke them. Like, our team was very much more talented.
Well, yeah, we're going to start practicing actually tomorrow.
Yes, exactly.
But no, for example, I think I had 3 attorneys on my team alone that are all vendors. So it's just, that's what this conference is all about, bringing everybody in the industry together. And
yes, super cool. Proud of these guys. I think a lot of people don't realize, like, at what point do you start planning for 2021? You know what I mean? Like, how long does it take to plan and put an event like this on?
Well, I've had 20 people ask me where our conference is going to be next year. I just try to get one day at a time. But we will, it takes the entire year to bring all this together, but.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize, like, it's literally come next month, you're like thinking of venues, speakers, like all the different vendor follow-ups.
We have to lock in the date. Yeah,
and the dates and the AV, like, I'm talking video production after this and trying to get that out and all the content. So, like, I want to just appreciate Autumn for all the work and time and energy she puts on, the blood, sweat, and tears. I'm sure late nights, I'm sure you haven't slept much.
I'm counting down the days to my vacation, but I also want to say thank you and to all of our vendors, because without you guys, this wouldn't make it happen.
Love it. Thank you.
Thanks.
How's everybody doing? Today? What's up? Okay, raise your hand. Who's got 40 reps? Raise your hand if you got 40 reps or more. Raise your hand. Good, we got a couple. You want me to teach you how to double your company? I guarantee you 40 of those reps, on average, probably talk to 10 people a day. If I can get all your 40 reps to talk to 20 people a day, I would double your company. Am I right or am I right? The problem is you just can't get them out there off their asses because they're sitting there fat and happy, am I right? So the problem is a lot of people think they're stuck. They're sitting there going, man, I tried to recruit. I had 3 guys and then one of them ended up being a coke addict. The other one left me and started his own company, and then the other one's still here, but he doesn't do much. Raise your hand if you've had that experience. Is it the coke addict or the one that doesn't do much? All of the 3, okay, cool. So the problem is, it's like, man, I tried that recruiting thing, that doesn't work. There's no one in the entire United States that could do what I do. Wait a minute, we're sitting in a conference where there's thousands of you guys, yet you simply have this belief system of, but there's no one like me that would figure it out like I could. That's the problem. There are people out there, then you're sitting there going, telling yourself, hey, those millennials and Gen Z people, they just don't know how to work like I do. Hate to break it to you, they do, you just don't know how to lead them. Basically, 18 key systems teach you the track to say, if we could just copy paste these 18 key systems in your business around selling, recruiting, onboarding, training, we say, hey, look, copy paste. Just do what the best are doing. Workshop time. Let's go. Room 164. Better be there.
164, right that way.
I'm ready for the shovel.
164.
Guys, before I teach this, I need to tell you, I'm teaching the power of persuasion. I'm teaching the power of manipulation to use it for a good way, okay? I'm teaching you mind wizardry. Don't go throw midgets through the air in your sales offices and steal a bunch of money from people and then go, Why I love Josh is he made me a hell of a lot of money. He made me a hell of a lot of money. And I felt so bad because he was a friend from like my mission and I knew him really well. But he made me a hell of a lot of money, not on an override, is because my favorite neighborhood to knock was 2 weeks after Josh. That wasn't a joke, that's true. I don't know why you're laughing. It's not even funny. Is I started to realize there were so many good salespeople out there, but not a lot of good freaking closers. Good people, they're nice, they present well, people want to let them in, they're trustworthy, they got a great product, but they effing don't close it through the finish line to pick up a damn check. Am I right or am I right? Say yes.
Yeah.
So the principle I'm going to teach today is to serve your people at the highest level. You have to what? You have to what? The engine in your brain, which is 8% of the buyers that you are talking to, do care a little bit more, but most people don't. Okay? So how am I going to study the product? First, I'm going to identify what type of archetype you are. Are you a lion or like an aggressor? Are you an owl? That's the engineer. You know, are you a sheep? You follow when I just tell you. There's all types of buyers. You got to study that. I got to identify.
I'm Lindsay Tuiofu. I'm with the D2D Experts. I've been in door-to-door sales for over 10 years. I'm their Chief Alignment Officer, and I'm also a relationship coach to assist people in bridging their relationships from sales to CEO. But as a woman in the workspace, it's like we tend to be labeled as emotional. So if I come out crying one day because for whatever reason I'm just emotional, it's like, oh, don't bother Lindsay, she's emotional today. So it's like, okay, balancing that. But I really have to attribute YouTube. I'm super grateful for YouTube, seriously, because the people that compile these videos of these women, whether it's someone, an Olympic athlete that's going through and, you know, shooting their arm up in the sky because they just ran through, but people that actually compile those videos, whether they're men or women, that resonated with me. And then seeing other like-minded women in the space, I'm like, oh, we're not in the same space, but I want to be like you and throw events, and I want to be like you and work in an organization. Now I do. I work in the D2D Association. So seeing all these other women, I see the value that you bring to the table. And even if I don't know you, I'm watching you. And all of you women matter. Everything you do, the way that you show up, I'm paying attention. So thank you for showing up in your power, passion, and enthusiasm. Well, how many times throughout my day am I going? I forget to eat, I forget to drink, I forget to breathe. And so I started to live the law of abundance and knowing that there's more than enough time to connect with the people. There's more than enough time for my daughter to have a meltdown and still be late for school and still look really awesome at picture day without her hair being done. Yes.
Amber.
Don't try and apply. It just goes out. The first person talks to you.